Okay, be right back. What are you doing? Come on. Alright, guys. So today, of course, you guys, I think I uploaded. I don't even remember. Yeah, I did. But it wasn't like a really good video because, you know, I was hanging out with my friend and I didn't want to make it too long because I was trying to spend time with her yesterday. So to give you a better video and a better look and an explanation about this button. Okay, so, as you know, this is the axe. And it is very sharp. Because this could literally just go right through you. And not just that, but the tail is sharp as well. This axe is a fantasy axe. You can tell very easily by the colors and the design. And it's heavy. So this has dragons basically all over it. And this was $50, so this was pretty expensive. So this it's very bulky and has a lot of weight to it, and the axe. My favorite part about the axe is that it has some blood, not real blood, but it has like a blood splattered effect on the very tip of the blade. And I also like the fact that you can tell that it's really sharp because you can feel it, and the fact that it makes a shing sound. What's really awesome is that the fact that this thing has dragons literally all over it. And it's so cool because what's really awesome is the fact that this... Oh, now I see what they're saying. Yeah. It's actually not the blade that's loose, it's the head. What's cool is that this... oh yeah, it does have a little bit of looseness to it. What's cool is that this thing, the dragon is like this, and the blade is like coming out, and that's really, really cool. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about that. I think that yeah, the blade doesn't feel like it's loose, but it feels like the head that's attached to it is a little bit off. Sorry, I'm like getting distracted because I'm just really concerned about that. Yeah, so you can see that it has a dragon here, and it also has a dragon on both sides, and it has like the dragon's tail. So you want to be careful when you're grabbing it or holding it like this because this hurts. I feel like this is leather right here on the part where you grab it. You can see that it's literally leather. The blade is very sturdy. It's just a headpiece that's a little wobbly. I mean, it's not like extremely wobbly, only a little bit. But I notice sometimes if you shake it, you can kind of hear it. So just be careful with that because, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to fall out. I'm not saying the blade's going to come out. But just be careful when you're swinging this and you're testing it. And try to not break it and make it more loose. That's my only concern and downfall is that that's a safety hazard. Because I'm worried that this could come out. I'm not saying it is, but it feels like it could. I'm saying that I feel like the head might come off, and the head is what is attached to the blade. I mean, it's a little weird. It's like you would think that the blade would be loose too because the head's attached to it, but it's mostly just the head that's loose. Like if you just go like this, you can actually feel that there's something loose. in it. But this is a really beautiful piece, and I really do like it. And I absolutely want to test this out on some branches or wood or whatever, because axes can basically cut wood, but who knows. Yeah, it's very sharp when it comes in. And I know I'm crazy doing this, but I've even tested it out on, like, my arm to see if it cuts your hair. They said another way. Oh, wow. Yeah. So what I'm doing is that, I know you guys think this is weird. Why are you testing it out on your finger? Well, there's a video of this guy, and he was showing many ways of how to test out the sharpness of a weapon, and, you know, basically to see if it's razor sharp. One of them was that if you were to put this up against your fingernail and it starts to cut dead skin or dead cells off of your fingernail, that's how you know that this blade is very sharp. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the blade flat surface right on my thumb. Now you can't really see that, but it's definitely sharp. So I'm just basically yeah, this is definitely a sharp blade. He also was doing this, and it does leave dents. Now the only thing I'm not going to do was he took the knife and he was testing it out on his tongue, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I would never do that. I can't. I think that guy's crazy for doing that. I would never do that. But he was going like this, and you can actually feel the blade digging into you. Just don't do it hard because it could hurt you, but you could definitely feel like the blade does dig in, and it leaves a dent on your thumb. So you can actually see that it leaves dents on your fingers. And then he had a piece of paper. Oh, here we go. Here's some paper. So he said that what you want to do is you want to hold the paper like this so that it doesn't move around. And he said that if the blade goes straight through, it means that you have a razor sharp weapon. Yeah, so that's pretty sharp. Now he said that sometimes they said the wrong way of testing out something is they said that when you have paper, they said that most people, when they test out a blade, they go like this really, really fast. And that's not really how you do it. The way you do it is you're supposed to hold the paper diagonal, and just like that, it goes right through, and that's how you know you have a sharp blade. So, yeah, this is a really sharp axe. That proved it all. So, that's no joke. Now, I did keep the box because, like I said, this is really dangerous. And now, most of my weapons come with sheath. Pretty much every single weapon that people have brought come with their own sheath. This did not. When I got this came packaged, and it was in a plastic bag, and it came in a box like this with foam. So I kept the box, you know, to keep it sealed in, because it didn't come with a sheath. And if it doesn't come with a sheath, it's not a good idea to have an axe in your closet without a sheath or without a box. Especially having the box open, it's not a really good idea. And now I'm going to show you, I did test this out yesterday. I was testing out the axe on this box yesterday. This is how much it cut into it. Like if I bend down any more further, it's going to rip. But I did not punch this thing with my hands. My hands are not made of blades or knives. This was done by the axe, and you can tell it was done by the axe because of the way that the rip looks. Because when you strike down with an axe, it kind of goes like this, or sometimes like this when you're trying to pull the axe out. So this is how sharp it is. So, yeah, this is, oh, it's called an exercising demon axe. Oh, that's cool. So it does come with its own display, but I don't really use displays. And of course, a lot of people, pretty much all customers have been saying that the display is an absolute fail because it doesn't hold the axe, because the axe is too heavy for it. So it does come with like a few screws, and it comes with like this flat base, and then it comes with this thing that you're supposed to put onto the axe that has it hanging like this. So yeah, this is called the Exercising Demon Axe, and I believe they're shipped from FedEx company because it literally says FedEx right on the box. I know it's kind of hard to see because I damaged the shit out of this thing. Yeah, so the box looks like this, and it's all white, and it's pretty big, and the picture of the axe is on here. And I did also test it out on some wood, but I didn't cut it in half. I just had a treasure chest, so I didn't want to like actually break the treasure chest, so I just kind of chipped some wood off. As a matter of fact, let me see if I could actually do that. That would be awesome. You guys are going to come with me. So when I don't want to hit so hard because, you know, my parents are downstairs. But as you can see, there are little holes in here. And when I was slamming the axe into this thing, it got stuck a few times because this part of the axe underneath is quite sharp. So that does stick to you if you hit hard enough. And, yeah, but, you know, I don't want to, like, I also don't want to break the axe, too. I mean, I don't think it would break that easily, but, you know, like I said, the head on here is a bit loose. So, and I think there are screws on here. Or, actually, no, there is. I don't know. So what I also noticed is that when you pull on the blade upwards, you can feel like the head moves mostly. So I can see what they're kind of talking about. But yeah, just be really careful when you have this thing. This is not a joke. Like, literally, it really isn't. Like, it's crazy. Like, you can also tell this is sharp by doing this. So when you make a little dent, you see how far that goes in, and it does stick to the box sometimes. So alright, so that's pretty much it for the video. I know that a lot of my viewers are asking me, like, oh, like, please do a video, like, we want to see you test out your weapons on, like things like meat or, you know, or like, you know, bottles, different targets. which I absolutely want to do. I totally do. It's not that I don't, guys. I do want to do it, but it's just the thing is my parents are really strict and they would never let me use a freaking like chunk of meat to test my sharp weapons on. So, but I eventually one of these days I would love to buy some targets and test out my weapons because I know a lot of YouTubers do that for more viewers. So, I will try and see what I can do, but it's probably going to take a very long time. So just bear with me. I really am trying to do my best. So just right now, I can only do like reviews and little tests on like pieces of paper. So thanks for watching, and I hope you did enjoy that.